the suppression of the use of marijuana and of the forces lurking behind it are the most important jobs this department is now engaged in. In 1930, the records on marijuana in the Washington office of the Narcotics Division scarcely filled a small folder like this. Today, they fill cabinets.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Coloradians and everyone that's smart enough to listen from the outside.
It's one of the most amazing plants we've ever discovered.
The pot party, the trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
That was a great intro, Zane. We appreciate it, brother. Welcome back to another episode of Stoned Appetit. With your host, as always, it's me, Kip, and I hope everyone's having a great day out there. Both my pro football team and the city of Denver's team fell like a fucking stone, and we are very excited to be talking about football season again. Across the screen, I got my boy CB. CB, how are ya?
Dude, I mean, I survived a move, which is always brutal, and we're getting settled in here, so I'm doing all right. I mean, I got the big screen set up on Saturday during game time. So, you know, I had my priorities in line. It's football season.
Y'all looked like hot shit. And if Quinn Ewers would have been healthy, y'all would have fucking fallen quicker than y'all aren't very good. But
no, but it was upset weekend, you know. It was one of those weekends. Texas A&M lost to Happy. Fucking Kentucky beat down Florida. And
I don't think
Dame
the Kentucky-Florida thing is even a thing anymore. Kentucky just kind of owns Florida.
Yeah.
That's 3 years out of the last 5 they won. They've had a nice little run. And it's been pretty interesting to watch. We're going to talk about football and a litany of other stuff. We've got Greensky coming into town this weekend. I'm actually back in Denver this weekend. We'll recap the weekend that was. We'll talk about all the cool shit coming down the pike. But before we do that, let's give a quick shout out to our sponsors. First up, it's our friends. Chris, you got the ad read, Seed and Smith?
Dude, I mean, what more can we say about Seed and Smith? We love those We love that gang, the games. We love that gang. They do so much for the community, and they come out with killer products. So, I mean, of course, they improve the quality of their products around from flower to live resin vape carts. We love all their carts, especially the Dart Pod, just to say that. But also, the biggest thing to know, especially when you're trying to figure out what dispensary or what brand you really trust and rely on, check them out. Like, they offer tours all the time. And the best time to check them out is Thursday through Sunday. And you can book your tour at their website, seedandsmith.com. But honestly, that's one of the best tours I've been on. You can see the quality of their products there. And I think you get hooked up at the end of your tour. So what's not to lose? Take some out of town guests, take yourself, do whatever. But those tours are super fun, and you see dank ass weed.
That was a great ad read, Chris, and I'm proud of you. You sound not only convincing because I do believe you, but it's an actual testimonial because we have done those tours. And not only the extraction lab, but also the grow. They're fucking fun. And the people that are usually doing them are a hoot and a holler. And like you said, you get to tee off at the end of it. Obviously not on the grounds, but you get to go load up in the shop at the dispensaries. And, you know, we do love them as a dispensary, but our go-to dispensaries, we love our friends over at Cali's. But it's our Medi friends that get us the big deals with the best products. And that's why I'm repping Standing Akimbo. Every week they have killer deals on cartridges, edibles, concentrates, and flowers. But every single day of the week they have drops coming. This week, Chris, they have flower drops from Bloom, Ion, Terrapin, their in-house flower. They have Sanos carts. They have Sunshine Rosin. And you know how they always like to hook everybody up because we know that folks that like cannabis are the same folks that like to indulge in dank tasting eats. They also have M's ice cream on Saturday. I will talk about it in detail later, but we fucking love ice cream and we love smoking pot. So those are the two best things in the world. So if you have your med card, go down to 3801 Jason Street, or you can order online by going to standingakimbobakery.com or check them out on Weed Maps. And then you can order online through there and then just go through to pick up. I recommend that avenue because everybody, they have the best deals in the fucking state. So obviously it's not necessarily for the faint of heart. There will be a few folks in front of you if you just go will call, but right there in the Sunnyside Highlands neighborhood, it's the best medicinal shop in the state, and you can get hooked up whether you shop online or in person. And every day they have dank ass drops. So go see our friends over at Standing Akimbo.
Ice cream.
Ice cream, Lieutenant Dan ice cream. Yeah, so diving into it, we missed Right Cream last week. That was over at Standing Akimbo because we were both out of town. You kind of prefaced a little bit that you were partying as you were getting settled into the new digs. How do you like living in the Highlands? Do you miss East Colfax? You know, what are you going to miss most about East Colfax now that you're in suburbia where people watch you through their windows?
I think I miss the charm of those old neighborhoods. They had like great neighborhoods with $1 million homes where you could walk by and dream about it. But I mean, like over here now around Sloan's Lake, you see those goddamn box cutter homes and they look fucking stupid.
I've been calling them fuck boxes for years, Chris. They're just fucking terrible.
I mean, and they're going up goddamn everywhere. And
you strip character of the community.
You set that next to a bungalow and it just looks stupid.
Yeah. And the bungalows, they're so gorgeous too. I wish, they were either kept up well or, they were held on. But I feel like the rental and ownership practices of Denver, with the gentrification probably didn't help too much in that aspect because,
True.
And it's just the character has been stripped of that neighborhood. It's sad.
But yeah. But I mean, I'm feeling out the neighborhood. I'm getting a vibe for it. Like we're a half a block away from Sloan's Lake. So that's awesome to go and walk around that. I went and checked out Joyride Brewing. That's going to be our new neighborhood brewery right across the street.
Great rooftop.
Oh yeah. Exceptional rooftop. And then I was told by a friend about this Thai restaurant over
US Thai.
I think so. I can't.
It's across the street from Joyride. It's got exceptional heat levels, Chris.
Yes. So I plan on checking that out maybe this weekend over some football when I don't feel.
Okay, so it's not that kind of dining experience. If you're looking for watching some
takeout,
football,
bro.
I was gonna say Providence Tavern right next door is a hoot and a holler.
Yeah, that place is great. We went there a few weekends ago.
Yeah, I enjoy there. They have a nice little back patio. It's kind of just tucked away when Joyride is oftentimes very busy with overwhelming people walking their dogs and coming to sit on theirs. Providence is a nice little vibe.
Yeah, and also we're a hop, skip, and a jump from Edgewater Public Market, which is fucking great. So
oh man, Gladys, that vegan restaurant, and Conjo, those are two of my favorites. Those spots are fucking delicious.
Yeah, Kenji's Ethiopian.
Conjo, I think.
Okay, well, anyways, that place is delicious as well.
Yeah.
So I'll really settle in over the next couple weeks, and I'm sure I'll learn to love it. But if I ever win the lotto, I'm moving back east side.
Said very few people ever, but yeah, you always need to keep those roots close from those East Colfax roots where you step in human defecation, wake up with homeless people sleeping on your porch, things like that. You sometimes miss that charm, moving outward.
You really do. And we're not as close to all the music venues. So you're just kind of closer to things on the east side, but maybe I'll be a convert. Who knows?
A convert? What the fuck is that? Someone that's converted?
Yeah, to the west side. Maybe I'll accept it.
Yeah, well, you'll like the walk around Sloan's. The sunsets are money. Things along. We'll show you the ropes. Rise and Shine is delicious.
Rise and Shine is right down the street for me. I went there on Sunday and it was absolutely fucking delicious.
Yeah, the Chapel Hill fried chicken biscuits, delish.
Yeah.
So while you were moving, you missed out on some really cool food and wine from Denver events.
I know. You got to go to that, and I was so jealous. What was the night you went?
I went Wednesday and Thursday because I was in Estes over the weekend, so I missed the grand tasting. But it was all to support the Colorado Restaurant Foundation, as we remember hearing Denise talk about on this very pod a couple weeks ago. And It was awesome. So they introduced a new event, Shakes and Breaks, which showcased a couple different food trucks in the Denver community, as well as a bunch of mixologists from around Denver. And they both made cocktails as well as all you can eat snacks. But what they did that I thought was fucking genius was, so let's say that Blue Pan was sharing, red sauce and meatballs. You could also order full pizzas. So like, or, Conjo was doing samples of their lentils, but if you wanted the Dorwat, it was available. It was the wildest of situations, but it's a genius concept. So everybody, there's no complaining, because not only are there free samples galore, like Faux King was doing the crustini, like a pho bite, and it was delightful. And Bits and Pieces was doing full fucking tacos, but you could order different tacos. So like there was a surplus of food and bevies, and it was just a hoot and a holler. Goodness.
What were some of the trucks that you haven't necessarily had in the past that you tried there? Were there any foods?
I've eaten most of them. Obviously, I know that that's your new job, so I don't want to step on your toes. But Con Queso something had an interesting, like a green chili cheese dip that was delicious. And then they did like a bang bang shrimp taco, which it was busy, but it was fucking delish. So if I ran across those guys again, I would definitely hit up their food truck. But the aforementioned ones, Blue Pan, who else? There was another one I'm missing, and I'm gonna lose my mind. But that's because my brain shifted to the fine dining event that I also went to with Mo.
Dining under the stars.
Yeah, that's got to be one of the coolest dinners every year. I mean, you're right there in the smack dab downtown. You're bidding on, items for a good cause. And it's just a hoot and a holler. You have great chefs showing off, some really dank dishes, as well as complimentary wine from our friends over at Southern Glazers. So,
what was your favorite dish that night?
So Thatch from Ace Eat Serve did a Korean style short rib that was delightful. The ceviche scallop aquachile from Chef Dana over at Cantina Loca was fucking exceptional. Those probably were my two favorite. I'm a seafood slut and I love Asian food, so I was.
Did that short rib have that kind of like sticky hoisin type?
Yeah. And it was like kind of in a cake mold, so like it pulled apart, like so savory, and like it was rich, and then it was paired with some rice and some pickled vegetables. It was very nice.
Nice.
The Hinman's pies were fucking good too. God damn. So really, like eating local restaurants, not hitting up your Shake Shacks or your In-N-Outs, things like that go a long way. I know we all love Polo Rolo or Taco Bell, but going to places like Cantina Loca, it shows that we can try to help and support them. And so we were trying to do that last week. I bid up a bunch of rich cunts on a bunch of items and didn't win any of them. Thank God. Otherwise I'd have been fucked. We'd have been staying inside this week. But at the same time, it was a big time. We had a lot of fun.
That's awesome. And that's such a good cause. I hated that I missed it.
Yeah, but luckily, if you still want to support the Colorado Restaurant Foundation, obviously you can support the restaurants themselves, but the foundation has been kind of helping try to target the mental health aspects inside of the hospitality industry, Chris. So, they're providing grants and opportunities by partnering with other companies in the space to help hospitality employees get access to online services, to therapy, to things of that nature, because those things are often not covered by basic healthcare, or it's an exuberant cost to the person themselves. And that mental health shouldn't be a second fiddle. It should be hand in hand with going to see your primary physician. So we're thankful for the Colorado Restaurant Association helping out the foundation. You can go to denverfoodandwine.com if you want to donate to that good cause or learn more about all the cool events they have coming down the pike. Woo! Okay, so after I did that, Chris, so I went Fish, Estfest, Vegas, Denver Food and Wine, and my brother we went up to Estes and got my brother married over the last weekend. That was my first time to really hang out in Estes. Cool little town.
It looked like you checked out some nice little dive.